G'day! How's it going? We are live on a late Thursday night for the final group stage match for our A-League teams. It's Macarthur FC in action tonight. Winners of the 2022 Australia Cup taking on CEBU FC from the Philippines. Away fixture tonight for Macarthur FC to finish off the group. And it's been a big week. We've been live every night for the Australian teams in AFC competitions. And this is the game that's going to be most chill. It's going to be one where we can kick back and enjoy it. Enjoy hopefully some decent football tonight. Macarthur FC looking very, very comfortable in their group. Let's have a quick glance at the ladder, at the group standings of how it looks for the Bulls. They've been terrific at this AFC Cup so far. Just the one loss, but overall have been very strong, very prolific in front of goal. 20 goals scored across 5 games, 12 points there. So a win should take them top of the group, even if Phnom Penh win tonight against Shan United, which they probably will be expected to against Shan United, Phnom Penh crown. But you can see the goal difference there for the Bulls should be able to take them through top of the group. Having said that, even if Bulls were to lose tonight, they probably will still go through. In the unlikely event that Macarthur do lose tonight, they will likely go through unless they lose something like 12-0. They would go through as the highest ranked second place team from the few groups in the region. Good to see you guys here in the chat. Joshy's here. Iggy's here. Another Aussie Philippines derby. That's right. Troy, how's it going, man? Says, hey, Lockie, great to have a game to watch my birthday. Happy birthday to Troy, man. I hope you enjoyed your day. And glad you can finish off the day by enjoying some football. Do we know if City have gone through in the Asian Champions League? Asks Troy. Well, unfortunately, they haven't. As I mentioned, when we're doing that live watch along, we love to back our A-League teams when it comes to the Asian competitions. And we were hoping that City, did get through to represent Australia in the knockout rounds of the Asian Champions League. But they are out. They are out. It was unlikely. They were wanting results to go their way across other games and other groups, and it just didn't work out for Melbourne City, unfortunately, in the end. And it really comes down to that last-minute goal that Melbourne City conceded in their game, dude. That was really the hammer blow for them to concede in what was like the 98th minute or something. Absolutely heartbreaking. I'm pretty sure if they hadn't conceded that, they would have gone through. So it's unbelievable for Melbourne City, but they are indeed out. And thanks for that, Joshua, as well. Yes, City are indeed out of Asia. So glad you guys can join me here for this one. It's a later one. And but of course, we're getting used to these later kickoffs with the AFC Cup and the Asian Champions League, Macarthur FC, CEBU FC tonight. Expecting a win for the Bulls. Feel free to drop your predictions in the chat. If I had to give you a prediction right now off the top of my head, I'm going to expect Macarthur to get a win in this game. CEBU FC, again, as we pull up the group here. It's coming from Google. CEBU FC, just one win in the group stage, 1 draw, 3 losses. I've only managed to score 4 goals across the 5 group stage games. Macarthur should be a class above in this game. I'm going to say maybe a 3-1 win here tonight for the Bulls. Maybe a similar result for what we saw from the Mariners last night. It's good having a chat with you, mate. Joshy, so glad to see you tuning in here as well. Robbie, how's it going, man? Working overtime tonight. That's right. It never stops. Football never stops, and we never stop. Spencer, good to see you here as well, man. Can't wait for the 1 a.m. Asian Cup live streams. Yeah, I mean, well, thankfully, at least in New South Wales, the Asian Cup for the Socceroos, the group stage games kick off at 10:30, which is okay. But I know in the knockout stage, some of those ones are a little bit later. Hey, so yeah, man, we're keen to do some watch along stuff for the Asian Cup next month, which will be fun. Joshua says Central Coast are looking good. Central Coast, especially in the AFC Cup, yeah, man, after that result last night, building some decent form, looking good. Central Coast Mariners currently, as far as I'm aware, let me do a quick little double check. The highest scoring team in the AFC Cup for this season. Central Coast Mariners scored 3 goals last night in that win against Stallions Laguna. Of course, we did a live watch along for that game. Very stoked with Mariners picking up the win in that game. And no one has scored more goals in the AFC Cup this season than Central Coast Mariners. 21 goals, 8 of those coming to Marco Tullio. And the second top team in terms of goals for is Macarthur FC. Macarthur here have scored 20 goals across their 5 games. They could surpass Mariners in that goals tally. Robbie asks, do you ever sleep or is it just 24/7 football? What's the latest you stayed up watching matches? The latest I've stayed up watching matches. I mean, like, as I'm sure a lot of you guys do as well. I occasionally watch the Premier League match here and there. Not often, though. Not often. If it's a big Premier League match, if it's like, if the kickoff time is getting around 1-2 a.m., that's pushing it for me. That's pushing it for me because I do love my sleep. I do love my sleep. So as much as we love football, we do love the sleep. But look, this was a big week of football for the A-League teams and Asian competitions. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We wanted to go through to the end of the group stage. And then, of course, the knockout stage for these tournaments aren't until like February. So I've got a long wait. Just on Central Coast there, as Joshua was saying a moment ago, says Central Coast are looking good and also says scared for Sunday, TBH. Of course, Sunday, Joshua, I assume you're referring to the grand final rematch, Melbourne City, Central Coast Mariners. Should be a great game. Good to see Nama here as well. And Spencer, love it. Love the combination. Says 2-minute noodles with a bit of football hosted by Mr. Coast Football. Damn good deal. Love it. Love that you got the 2-minute noodles out. We've got a tonight's beverage. We've got I had a Porto for dinner tonight. A Porto. You guys like a Porto? Love a Porto. Zero sugar. Solo. Didn't intentionally go for the zero sugar, but it's all I had left. Simon, who do you support in the Prem? I'm a Spurs fan. I'm a Tottenham fan. Of course, very happy to have Aussie Ange Postecoglou running the show at Spurs. Nama, what's your prediction for the Western Sydney Wanderers match? Of course, put out the prediction video earlier this morning. So if you want to check out my full predictions for the upcoming round, you can do so on the channel. My predictions for the Wanderers match, it should be a great game, as it always is, between Wanderers and Adelaide. I'm pretty sure I tipped a Wanderers win, though. A close one. Should be a close one. Did you get a Bondi burger from a Porto? No, I'm an Prego burger guy. Try the Prego burger if you haven't done so already. Score prediction for this one, I'm back in 3-1. I'm gonna go Bulls 3-1. I'm gonna say CEBU here, the home team, to grab a goal. But only 4 goals in 5 games for CEBU FC. I haven't been that prolific in front of goal in the group stage. So I think Bulls comfortable 3-1 win here. Spencer says Porto is decent, but I prefer Origin kebabs more, not gonna lie. Origin kebabs. Haven't heard of that. So kick off in this one. Well, I'm sure we'll be talking about food plenty throughout tonight's stream. And if you've got any fascinating snacks or beverages for tonight's match, let us know. Kickoff is just moments away. Let's have a little discussion around this Bulls lineup. This is what it looks like. Could look a little bit different, but this is how I'd expect this Macarthur lineup to shape up. So it is sort of a 4-4-2. You might see Danny De Silva drop a bit deeper. Of course, he's more of a traditional midfielder, traditionally. But there's some rotation tonight for the Bulls. They do have Tommy Uskok slotting into defence to replace Jonathan Aspropodmides. But aside from that, Matt Yerman, Isaac Hovar as well, starting as he did against Sydney FC on the weekend. We've got Rafael Borges Rodriguez returning to the lineup as well. He was on the bench on the weekend in the A-League. And Danny De Silva starting tonight for the Bulls. So the likes of Ulysses Davila, Clayton Taylor, Jonathan Aspropodmides, all these guys rested for tonight's match. As it's still a pretty strong Macarthur side. Like it's not, they're not taking their foot off the pedal at all. It is certainly a competitive team that Macarthur have deployed for this game tonight. Okay. Matthew, good to see you here, mate. Good question. If you were Aussie head coach, who would you pick for the full squad for the upcoming AFC Asian Cup? It's a great question, and funnily enough, Matthew and a few people have actually asked about this too. We're going to be doing a video soon. My squad prediction for the Asian Cup for the Socceroos. I'll be putting a video together for that, and I'm sure it's one that'll be heavily debated. And there's a few players who maybe weren't picked in recent Socceroos squads who could maybe be in with a shout for this upcoming Asian Cup squad. So keep an eye for the video coming up. But the likes of Alex Robertson, who's in great form at the moment at Portsmouth in England. He's someone, for example, who could join up with this squad. Tay asks, would you pick Gauchi? Yeah, I would pick Gauchi. I mean, he's been in the last couple of squads now, I think, with the Socceroos. And in terms of, again, we're talking about Matt Ryan. And again, speaking of goalkeepers, Spencer says day 2 of hashtag Mitch Langro for the Asian Cup. Would love to see Mitch Langro called up. Very experienced goalkeeper. Look, Gauchi, Langorak, Ashley Maynard Brewer. I even think Andrew Redmayne is still a decent option because he brings that experience as well. And we shouldn't forget what Andrew Redmayne did for the Socceroos, of course, back last year when he showed up for that incredible penalty shootout performance against Peru to secure a place in the World Cup. Speaking of those Socceroos, Spencer says it's crazy to think Matt Yerman was in Socceroo rotation 5 years ago. Yeah, I mean, he was one of the A-League's top central defenders for a while. He was a part of some successful teams at Brisbane Roar. He spent some time at Sydney FC, of course, and now at Macarthur FC after spending some time at Newcastle Jets last year. He's an experienced defender. He is an experienced defender. Nama asks, what's your thoughts on Patrick Kisnorbo's sacking? Not too surprising. It's been made quite public, of course, how much they have been struggling over there in France because Kisnorbo's side, the results have not been coming. So I guess the sacking itself isn't too surprising. There's a lot of people calling for him to return to Melbourne City. And, from what I've seen, a lot of City fans aren't happy with Aurelio Vidmar and how it's, working out. It's not quite turning around there at City. And obviously they were an incredible side under Patrick Kisnorbo. So it's understandable that City fans want him back. It's understandable. I assume this is in regards to Socceroos here, Matthew, who asks, would you pick Fornaroli and Stamatolopoulos? Fornaroli, yes, 100%. Has to be in the team. I don't think there's any debate about that. He has to be in the team. He's in incredible form. Stamatolopoulos is an interesting shout. He's in very good form too for Newcastle Jets. I don't think I would. I think you still got to keep, the likes of Mitch Duke there. I think Cassini Yengi's a great option to have in the squad. And, Jamie McLaren, if he is fit, we do know he's been managing an ankle injury of like Jamie McLaren. He didn't start in the Asian Champions League game on Tuesday. Stamatolopoulos is in the vicinity with the form that he's in, but I don't think he gets picked. I think it's a bit too competitive, that area of the pitch. Did Tommy Urich retire? I don't think so. By the way, we've just kicked off. CEBU FC, Macarthur FC. Macarthur, of course, wearing their AFC Cup kit, which is predominantly black, sort of a greyish top, which I will say looks quite similar to Western Sydney Wanderers' new third kit, which they just revealed tonight. Hours ago, Western Sydney Wanderers released their new alternate kit, their third kit, which is sort of a cool sort of greyish, blackish pattern. And I don't know if anyone has mentioned this online, but it looks very similar to this Bulls AFC Cup kit. I don't know, man. So Macarthur FC expected to get a win here in this game to secure top place in the group. Hey, Lawrence Thomas is another one that could definitely come into that Socceroos lineup, man. One of the A-League's top goalkeepers, and he could get it. I could easily see him being picked up by Graham Arnold. There's even that's the thing. Like, even though, and like I made like a YouTube short about it a couple of days ago, talking about the Matt Ryan injury and how it, obviously it is concerning. Not only is he Australia's #1 goalkeeper, but he's the captain of the team, and it's a blow to lose, someone of that experience. It does affect the team. But Lawrence Thomas, again, someone who could come in and do a decent job, I think. So there's plenty of options. I mean, you guys have already just mentioned, 3, 4, 5 different options for goalkeepers who could jump in and fill that role. So I think it's a headache for Graham Arnold, honestly. Spencer says Fornaroli will be the third choice, like Cummings at the 2022 World Cup. Might make a sub appearance. Yeah, it could turn into that for Fornaroli. I think Mitch Duke is the preferred starter up top for Australia. And then, look, Bruno Fornaroli is a great player to bring on if we're really struggling to break down a defense, because Bruno Fornaroli is the kind of player who works really well in tight spaces, can create opportunities out of nothing, and could score a variety of goals too. We think back to that goal he scored against Central Coast Mariners a few weeks ago, where he found the space and then curled it from like 20, 25 meters out. Unbelievable goal. So I think that would be okay for Fornaroli to be sort of that bench striker to come on. Matthew says Connor Payne in good form for Al Oroba. I can't remember the name of his team. I assume that's the club he plays for there, Matthew. You probably know more than me. Oh my God, there's been a goal, dude. I literally just missed the goal. We'll come back to that. I have heard that Connor Payne has been playing well. I did see something about that. Macarthur received a score, dude. It's Matt Miller who's celebrating the goal. The Bulls are up already in a matter of minutes. Let's have a look at the replay. Delivery came in. Matty Miller, who has scored a couple headers in his time, very nicely placed away. Macarthur FC take the lead, and he loves it. The Bulls player celebrating. The delivery was nice too. Who delivered the ball? I think it might have been Yanni Nicolau, who hung it up. And after 3 minutes, Macarthur FC are in front. Great start for the A-League team. Cool. So that's an important goal, which, as it stands, will take Macarthur top of the group. You'd think a win, any sort of win, regardless of goals scored here in the match tonight, will take Macarthur top. The non-pen crown are level with Macarthur in the group at points, but are behind on 6 when it comes to goals, the goal difference. So Bulls will be pretty happy to keep possession here. They don't have to rush things. They can be calm on the ball. Tan Lee mentioning some more Socceroo striking options here. Says I would take Duke, Fornaroli, and Yengi. Look, I'd be happy with that. I would be. Yeah. Troy says, where did that come from? Good to see Miller score. Yeah, Matty Miller, who's in great scoring form of late. He's a guy who, it's a fascinating story too, because, I mean, he's traditionally been a right back. Spent time at Central Coast Mariners, Newcastle Jets, now at Macarthur FC, playing in a more advanced role, and knows how to find the back of the net, and has done it here to open the scoring. And Macarthur could begin again. All over the top. Miller is chasing it down. CEBU are able to deal with that one. Interesting shout from Matthew. He says Payne and Goodwin as wingers alongside Aaron Conor-Quold and Boyle. Connor Payne is an interesting option. I can't see it happening. I think the age is probably a factor as well. I think, Connor Payne, I think he's like 30 now. Whereas you've got, the younger guys like Kowal. I mean, like Sammy Silvera, who's another option there. Younger option. So there's probably still a few names there who could, get in ahead of someone like Connor Payne. That'd be epic to see him get picked, though. Be cool. That's right, AUSU fan, 1-0. Matt Miller scoring for the Bulls. Lovely header. The ball was floated in following a set piece, and Miller, pretty easy header in the end. He was uncontested in the air. Spencer very keen to see Mitch Langerak in the Socceroos team. Now Miles says Miller needs to be chosen for the Socceroos. I mean, that would be epic too, right? He is in good form. I don't know if he's in form good enough to see him be wearing green and gold in just a month's time. We should as well keep in mind, I know like there's a lot of names being thrown around for the Asian Cup. We do want to make sure that Socceroos do deploy the strongest 23 possible We don't want to, obviously, like the friendlies and some of the easier qualifying matches in the earlier rounds. That's a chance to, experiment, bring in some younger players. But, this is the Asian Cup. We have to be playing the best team that we can deploy. We have to be bringing the best players, man. Hey, Spencer would be keen to see Thomas Waddingham. Yeah, I think he's a future Socceroo. I think he's got all the attributes to become a future Socceroo. He's tall. He's has shown good strength so far for Brisbane, and has grabbed a few goals here and there, especially in the AFC, the Australia Cup. He was very prolific. So yeah, maybe for the future, someone like Thomas Waddingham. Hey, I haven't been following too much about Jack Iredale, to be honest. You guys know much about him? Of course, familiar with the name, but not following him too closely. AOSU fan says Bruno Fornaroli has to be selected. If he's not, Arnold as his favorite. Simple as that. Yeah, I think it's the easiest pick. I mean, you're right there, AUFC. I mean, if he doesn't get picked, something's going on because, I mean, there's no choice. Here's Jermaine for Macarthur looking for the cross. Keeps it in. De Silva in the box. Great chance. Straight at the keeper. Danny De Silva starting tonight. Hasn't started many games of late. Struggling with injury. He's a player when he's fit. Danny De Silva has the potential to be one of the top midfielders in the competition in the A-League, at least. Here's the ball over the top by Rafael Borges Rodriguez, who's playing off that left wing. Gauci and Thomas for goalkeeping positions. Yeah, the more I think about it, I think Lawrence Thomas would make sense to be picked. He provides experience and he's a great goalkeeper as well. Spencer says Langerak said he'd love to come back to the A-League. I'd love to see him at the Orange and Black. Would be great to see Langerak back in the A-League, man. Yeah. Maybe back at his former club, Melbourne Victory, where he played over a decade ago. Borges Rodriguez looking to get over the top. Doesn't quite work out. Ball over the top of CEBU. Matt Yeoman does well to head it back to his keeper. We are 9 minutes in. Macarthur FC lead this one, 1-0. Tom Lee. That's Lecky injured again? Yes, and we don't know the extent of the injury. Melbourne City haven't been able to provide an update yet from what we've seen. But yes, we were doing a live watch along for Melbourne City's Champions League game on Tuesday, and Matt Leckie went off injured in the second half, which was concerning. I think I read that it was a hamstring injury, a hamstring issue. And look, he's already missed a few weeks with injury at the start of the season. And he could be out too, which, maybe opens the door for more players. Especially in that those attacking positions, those wide areas. We definitely need someone like Matt Leckie for the Socceroos campaign for the Asian Cup. But yeah, he could miss out. The Asian Cup's, less than a month away now? Hey. Asks, do you think Lawrence Thomas will get picked if West Sydney want to struggle? I think so, yeah. I think so. I think it's, with less than a month out, I think Graham Arnold has a pretty solid idea of who he's going to pick. And Lawrence Thomas surely would be in the vicinity of being picked. Spencer says Borges Rodriguez is a future Socceroo. That'd be cool to see. Who has the new third kit again? Western Sydney Wanderers released a new third kit today. Just a few hours ago, in fact. Borges Rodriguez trying to wrestle through here. Wins a corner. Decent job. Troy says Graham Arnold usually makes good choices, so I can't see him not picking Fornaroli. We also can't forget the Redders, of course, because he made some bad choices this season. Is McGree still out? I believe he is still carrying an injury. I haven't been following Ryan McGree too closely, but hey, we'd love to, of course, have him in the squad. He's fantastic, isn't he? Spencer says, do you think Luongo's Socceroos return was underwhelming? No disrespect to him. He's a great player, but I think Robertson should be picked over Luongo, and I could see that happening. Yeah, I could see that happening. I mean, especially if Robertson is in, the form that he's in, he's playing well over there in Portsmouth. Getting good minutes. Yeah, I could see it happening. Alex Robertson. So we are 12 minutes in. CEBU FC 0, Macarthur FC 1. Matty Miller scoring the goal for the A-League team to take them top of the group as it stands. Let's have a glance at the group standings right now. This is how it looks. Macarthur at top. Non-point Crown to take on Shan United in the other game in Group F, and that game is currently level, 0-0. So this result will take Macarthur top of the group. Could potentially be set to pick up their 5th win in the tournament already. When are West Sydney going to use this third kit, or is it just for the fans? Surely they'll wear it on some occasion. Who knows? Maybe they'll wear it this weekend. Sometimes teams do that, where they'll release a kit, and because they're wearing it that coming weekend. I don't think they will. I mean, Adelaide, I'd imagine, will be wearing their away kit for the upcoming matches. Oh, shot comes in. Wasn't too far away. CEBU FC got forward well there, and Hammer, number 21 for the home team, trying to test Philip Coda from range, but just off target. AUSC fan says Mele has done wonders with this club, taking them from a pub team to an actual good team, playing some great footy. They are playing wonderfully of late, and look, credit to them. And it's pretty incredible when you think about it, the fact that they've had to do so much travelling. I mean, their home match in the AFC Cup the other week had to be moved to Thailand. So they've done plenty of travelling over the last few months, Macarthur, and they're still top of the A-League. They've been managing both competitions and all this travel, and they're still top of the competition. Yeah. Ooh, interesting question, Spencer. Who is your current starting 11 for an A-League All-Star squad based on this season so far? That is a fascinating question. I'll throw some names out for you. Probably Jay O'Shea. Uli De Villa's been playing great. Bruno Fornaroli, obviously. That's an easy one. Who else could we go for? I think Alex Paulson for sure. Alex Paulson. Postolos Stamatolopoulos could be probably picked as the second striker alongside Fornaroli as well. So yeah, there's a few names for you. Thoughts on Harry Suter? Love him. Love him. Great to have him in the Socceroos squad, eh? Best right back in the A-League at the moment? Good question. Great question, actually. Heavy challenges coming in all over the place. CEBU FC, even though they can't make it to the knockout stage, they'll want to get a win here at home to finish off the campaign. Best right back in the A-League right now. You know what's interesting? There isn't really anyone that this is a clear standout. I think Yanni Nicolau has been solid, funnily enough, for the Bulls. He's sort of coming out of nowhere and done a decent job. I have been impressed with how Tim Payne has been playing at Wellington Phoenix. He's really developed into a dangerous attacking wingback now. Hendricks has been playing well for Wanderers. He has been doing a decent job. It's a good pickup. And they needed to replace well their Wanderers in that midfield area, and they have done so as Macarthur in again. Great chance. Is it Miller again? It was down the right. The shot just dragged to the left. Looking to add to his one goal he's already grabbed tonight. Just across the face of goal. I did see something about that. Yeah, I saw something on that on my social media about that Messi v Ronaldo thing. Henry Hoy out for 3 weeks. Yeah, I saw that. Henry Hoy. Brisbane, a little bit of injury trouble at the moment. Hey, they've got Bert Gilroy and Scott Neville who are going to be out with injury too. So a little bit of a interesting time here for Brisbane. A couple injuries. Berenguer, I think, is still out too. So a couple of players missing for the Raw. Should still be expected to win tomorrow night against West United in the Aloisi derby. Of course, the two John Aloisi and what am I saying? John Aloisi and Ross Aloisi, the two brothers, facing each other in the A-League tomorrow night. Crucial game for West United. They really have to win. They have to get some sort of result to stop this losing run. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Nama says, imagine if Central Coast Mariners get Jason Cummings' team on a draw. On the draw, yeah. I think it can happen. It's quite an interesting, it's quite complex, to be honest. If you look at how the knockout phase works for the AFC Cup, it is not straightforward. It is not like what you might typically see in like a World Cup format or something, for example. There are zonal semi-finals, which are what Central Coast Mariners and Macarthur will go through to. So, to my understanding, look, I could be wrong, and if you guys know more than me, let me know. To my understanding, I think there's a chance that Central Coast Mariners and Macarthur FC could actually meet in the next knockout stage game. I could be wrong, but looking at the way it works, there's 4 teams in the Southeast Asian zone, and I don't see why it couldn't just be Macarthur and Mariners. I could be wrong though. CEBU FC are doing a decent job of trying to wrestle back control of this game, but Macarthur have been on top for the opening 19 minutes so far. That's a good way to think of it, Tarnley, I guess. Yeah. Who asks, is the AFC Cup similar to the Europa League of Asia? That's sort of a good way to think of it. I mean, the Europa League is, I guess, the second tier of continental football over there in Europe, and the AFC Cup is the same deal. So that's a good comparison, I guess. So it's a corner here for the home team. Tagashi to deliver for CEBU. He's got a short option if he wants it, but there's a bunch of players in the middle to aim for. Can they equalise here? Delivery's decent, and the header will sail over the bar. 20 minutes in. Couple efforts on goal here from CEBU FC, unable to challenge Bulls keeper Philip Curto just yet. Nama asks if Melbourne City in the AFC Cup. No, they're not. So even though they did get knocked out of the Asian Champions League, at least as far as I'm aware, there is no carry through to the AFC Cup. So as opposed to what we do see in Europe, where we do know that we're Champions League teams who finished third in their group in the that is the UEFA Champions League. They jump down and compete in the Europa League, which we might see happen in future editions in Asia. Tay Burns says, "I hope we get more places in the AFC Champions League. It'd be great, wouldn't it?" And well, I was actually reading more about it today, and of course, I forgot that there's going to be now 3 tiers of Asian competition coming next year, I believe, in the 2024-25 season. There's going to be now 3 competitions. There's going to be, and the naming convention can be a bit confusing, but there's the Asian Champions League Elite, which is the top one, number 1. There's the Asian Champions League 2, which is basically what the AFC Cup is. And then there's the third one that they're bringing in is called the AFC Challenge Cup, I think. Could be wrong on that. AFC Challenge Cup. You can Google this. There's more information about it, obviously, online. There's going to be 3 Asian tournaments. So you'd expect that maybe there might be one more window for an A-League team. Maybe. Currently, 3 A-League teams are able to qualify. Oh, that's a good ball through. Almost. Danny De Silva trying to get on the pass, on the end of the pass from Hova. Isaac Hova doing a decent job at left back in the last couple of games in place of Vujacic. Danny De Silva has, oh my gosh, what a chance. And how has he not scored? Wow, dude. The CEBU keeper just gave the ball away so cheaply. Danny De Silva picks it up and had to score it. Oh my gosh, what a chance. The near post was wide open. Well, I mean, it's a sign of a player who just hasn't been playing much football of late. Danny De Silva, only recently coming back from injury, to be fair. But, oh my gosh, what a chance. He had to bury that. He had so much of the goal gaping there. And even that near post, the goalkeeper really left a big chunk of space in that near post. Corner comes in, and that will be dealt with. So, Macarthur still unable to add to that 1-goal lead, which is currently, as we stand, as them top of Group F. And level with Central Coast Mariners in terms of the goals tally. Now, 21 goals scored across the tournament for Macarthur. Here's a glance at the ladder. Google, the live ladder. Now, I must just imagine if Ross Aloisi made his brother lose his job. Yeah, we were discussing that the other night. It could actually happen, couldn't it? And as Joshy says here, well, that's going to be an interesting Christmas lunch indeed. Troy says, in regards to the different tiers of Asian competition, says, I think it should be like in Europe, where the smaller Asian countries should compete in the third tier. That might be how it happens. Yeah, it could be how it does pan out. We obviously know that there's plenty of countries that feature in these competitions. So that might be the case. We'll have to wait and see, I think. Don't believe there's any details in regards to what countries and teams are featuring just yet. Free kick here for CEBU FC. It's a decent effort. It looked like it was going out anyway, but Curtis claimed it. That's another chance for CEBU FC that has gone wayward. Free kick was okay, though. Credit to CEBU FC, who are really taking a more aggressive approach in this game, really trying to test Macarthur. Here come the Bulls. De Silva, back by Hova. Bulls have numbers forward here. De Silva off the left. He's been very lively in this game. Big chance here for Danny De Silva. At the moment, with how well Bulls are playing, he doesn't have a guaranteed spot in the starting lineup, at least in the A-League. This is his chance to show Coach Milos Stajowski what he's got. Frenzied Rabbit, g'day, how's it going? Says, is the Aloisi Derby a real derby? When's the last time Raw played a derby match? Yeah, I mean, the last time they had a derby, I guess, would have been when Gold Coast United was around in the A-League, which over a decade now, isn't it? So it's been a while since Raw, I guess, had a derby, but I guess it's not quite a derby. It's more of just a fun matchup to see the two Aloisi brothers go head to head. Jake Holman trying to dribble it forward. He goes down, but no foul. CEBU can counter. Right-hand side. They're attacking with pace. Trying to get him behind. This is a good move. Really nice move. Coming across is Matt Yeoman to deal with it. Macarthur are being tested at the back. The Queensland v New South Wales thing. I mean, it's sort of. I guess in the A League, it's not viewed. It's not really viewed as a derby. Watching on 10 Play. If you're in Australia, you can watch the game on 10 Play for free. The 10 Play app or the 10 Play website have been broadcasting all the AFC Cup games for the Australian sides, Central Coast Mariners and Macarthur FC. Macarthur tonight playing their final group stage match, and it's another long-range effort, and Kurto has got behind that once again. Again, it looked like it might have just been going wide. Could be the camera angle, but the save was pretty comfortable in the end. It looked like it was just going high, yeah, on the replay. Thanks for that, sneaky Roger. 10 Play indeed. So, which is great. It means it's the AFC Cup, at least for the Australian teams. It's been free to watch if you're in Australia. 28 minutes played in this match. CEBU FC 0, Macarthur FC 1. Hasn't been a comfortable performance overall for Macarthur. It's been important for them to get the lead early on, just to set the tone, give them put themselves in a comfortable position. Obviously, this game, the result doesn't really matter too much. They're probably still going through regardless. Even if they were to lose, they'd probably still go through. But they still want to make sure they put in a good performance here, keep up that good form in the AFC Cup, and make sure they're looking strong as they head into the knockout phase, which doesn't take place till February. David Silva has been very busy in the opening half an hour for the Bulls, getting himself on the ball and showing up in a variety of positions as well. He's popping up on that left-hand side a lot. He's sort of rotating around with Borges Rodriguez. Actually, we're seeing it now. Borges Rodriguez is out on that right-hand side. Miller's out in the left wing. So those wide players switching flanks at times now. Jake Holman to Silva. These are good midfield players trying to combine to find the second goal. It's a good team. It's a good squad that the Bulls have assembled this season. And credit to Coach Milos Dejowski, who's really getting the best out of this team too, hey? Alex, with an interesting question here. Do you think that the old NSL league was more entertaining than the A-League? Unfortunately, I can't answer that. And simply because I was too young. I grew up with the A-League. I was a kid. I was around. I was alive when the NSL was around, but I was far too young to remember any of it. And the reason why I really got into football is because where I grew up here on the central coast of New South Wales, had a professional team in the A-League. So yeah, man, I've heard plenty of things about the NSL, and there's a rich history there in Australian football. But I'm an example of someone who just was grown up exclusively in the A-League generation, and that for me has been number one. So that's my experience, at least. Troy asks, does Jake McGing still play for the Bulls? The answer is yes. He is still contracted at Macarthur as the Bulls get forward again, but they earn themselves a corner. Danny De Silva once again involved. Yeah, McGing is still there at Bulls. I think he's been injured of late because he hasn't shown up in any squads as far as I'm seeing this season. I assume he's injured because he hasn't shown up. Jake McGing, one of those few players who at Macarthur FC has been there since season 1 for the club. Oh, the ball comes in. It's great. And Germain header wide. That's a bad miss for someone like Valerie Germain, who's been scoring goals for fun in the AFC Cup. Yanni Nicolau again with the dangerous delivery, and this time Germain deflecting his header wayward. Cody, who he himself is a Bulls fan, says, we're just missing that final product. Like, what was that De Silva miss, bro? Yes, that was a shocker. Danny De Silva. I mean, it really should be 2-0 for the Bulls at this stage. He had so much of the goal to aim for. But I said it at the time, it was the finish of someone who hasn't been playing a lot of football. And De Silva, literally, as I'm saying that, took another strike. That one again going wide. He has been so busy tonight, Danny De Silva. He is so keen to get himself on the ball, get himself involved in this game. Looks like we've got an update from the other game as well. We're going to throw up the live ladder here from Google. As you can see, Phnom Penh Crown have taken a 1-0 lead in their match over Shan United. And that means they're level on points with Macarthur, still behind on goal difference. Doesn't affect it too much. Look, if Macarthur finished second, they should still go through. But it does mean that if CEBU FC were to equalise here, Macarthur would drop to second. Tarnley asks, what's your opinion on Marcus Eunice? Very promising young player. Has made a couple decent bench appearances for the Wanderers so far this season. And I like him. He's shown some flair, some pace, some trickery. West Sydney Wanderers have a pretty big squad, so it's hard to get game time at the moment. Joshy says, the Bulls are just wasting chances now, and they can't really afford to do that. Hey, I mean, CEBU have already shown in this first half an hour that they are up for this game. They have created opportunities, and Bulls could easily get punished if they keep missing these chances. Hey, frenzied, right? It's incredible. Hey, the Bulls can play all these cup games and still be top of the ladder in the A-League too. It's a credit to the job that Milo Stojowski has done there at the club to manage the team, manage the fitness of the players. Look, he has rested players here and there. We do know Uli de Villa hasn't played every game in the AFC Cup. And he's done so again tonight, managing the players. No Clayton Lewis tonight for the Bulls. No Jonathan Aspero-Potamides. So there has been that rotation in there for the Bulls. 34 minutes played. Dynamic Herb CEBU. 0. Macarthur FC lead 1-0. Oh, dude. Okay, they're showing the replay. So Jay Coleman was fouled, but they're showing, you can see it on the replay, accidentally stepping on the leg there of Jay Coleman. That would have hurt. But he's all right and back up on his feet. Cody says with no De Villa, Holman is being targeted. Maybe. Pick up another foul there. Hey. Ooh, Alex, what do you think is the best A-League squad of all time? It's got to be Brisbane Roar in those early 2010s. From like, I guess, 2010 till, we're probably going to say 2012, 2013. That early, or even 2014, I guess, because they picked up a championship that year too. Hey, so I'd probably go that Brisbane Roar team. I mean, a lot of people also suggest that CFC team from like the mid-2010s. Very good team as well. Macarthur with another corner. Again, it breaks down a bit easily for them. And CEBU looking to go on the counter-attack. And the pass works out. Nicolau does well, wins the foul. I even think Melbourne City's most recent squads come close as well. In the last couple of years, I think Melbourne City have been incredible. Starting to obviously slip down a little bit now, Melbourne City. That first season Bull squad was great. They did well to put together a fantastic team for that first season. I mean, the signings of Benyat and Shushayeta, fantastic. A couple experienced Spaniards. Adam Federici in goals, James Meredith, Ivan Franjic. I mean, they put together a decent team. Mark Milligan, like a lot of experience, some Socceroos experience in there. And then, bringing in, some exciting youngsters like Lockie Rose, who's still at the club. Matt Derbyshire as well was fantastic for Macarthur that first year. Matt Derbyshire, you guys remember him? He was up there on the goal scoring charts for the Bulls in season 1 for them. Best A-League player of all time? Got to be Thomas Broich. Yeah, got to be Thomas Broich for me. Just unbelievable. In his day, he was unstoppable. Troy says, I'm a big fan of Jermaine. He just goes about his business and plays consistently without injuries or lack of form. I actually think Bulls are some great players. Derbyshire, Benyat, Noon, Kurto, Azani. Yes, they've had some great players at their club already. And Jermaine has been good so far. I think he's still, he could still offer more, I think. But look, he's scoring goals, that's for sure. He's got, I think he's got 6 goals, I think, in the AFC Cup so far. Let me double check. I was looking at it a moment ago. I think it's about 6 goals that he has so far in the AFC Cup. He has been scoring plenty. 4, from what I've found here online. Fantastic striker, though, with great pedigree, great experience, and a great addition to this Macarthur lineup. And he's currently wearing the captain's armband tonight, Valerie Jermaine, in place of Willie Davila. No worries, Joshy. Have a good one, man. Thanks for tuning in, as always. Cody says Jermaine is the best striker we have signed since Derbyshire, in my opinion. Everyone else has been pretty mid. I mean, you're not wrong, Cody. I mean, since Derbyshire, they have really struggled to find a consistent striker. Urich didn't work out. Bashar Arabuli didn't work out last year. Who else? Apostolos Giannou didn't work out as well. Who else? I'm trying to think of other Bulls strikers. Those are the ones that are coming to mind. But yeah, I mean, all these guys have been there for like one season. That's the other thing too. At Macarthur, they've got too many players who sort of come and go, really quickly. No one that's really staying there for an extended period of time. Macarthur again on the attack here, following the set piece, and again it's dealt with. But there's space here for Jermaine on the left, whose cross is decent, headed away. Has a good defensive header. They can keep coming here, the Bulls. Long delivery. Yerman is heading, and the ball almost ends up as an own goal. Goalkeeper has it for the home team. And player for CEBU FC is down, injured. Holding his face, holding his nose, maybe? Oh, dude, he hit his nose. He came off his nose. That would have hurt too. Yeah, Romero. Yeah, another one. He wasn't there for long, was he? He was only there for like a few months, eh? Tarnley says that feel that the A-League in recent years are developing more promising young players than the past. Yeah, I think it's been like really well documented as well, and we're just seeing like the moves that young players are securing at the moment, and we're in a really good period of young players being being scouted and signed by big clubs from overseas. When we think of obviously the most recent one being Iran Kunda, who'll be joining up with Bayern Munich. Who else? You've got Karen Kowal, of course, who went to Newcastle United. We know that Geordie Boss, Aidan O'Neill, these players heading over to Europe. Cassini Yengi, now at Portsmouth. Yeah. Haven't seen the All Access that was released tonight. Haven't had a chance to watch it. Haven't been catching the A-League All Access as much this year, and that's mainly because, and I know you guys, I think we were talking about it the other day, hey? The A-League All Access this year, unfortunately, isn't really what it was like last year, unfortunately. I don't know why they've made the change, but yeah, like last year, the episodes used to be like over 20 minutes, like was a full thing. Now the All Access episodes are like 6 minutes or around that, which is disappointing. Yeah, man. Alex asks an interesting question and a big question here as well. Says, you said that the best A-League squad of all time was the Brisbane Roar 11-14. Do you reckon that the A-League peaked around then and has been dropping ever since? It's an interesting topic that a lot of people bring up a lot. I don't know if I can say that the A-League has been dropping ever since, because I mean, to think about like what we were just saying before, Tarnley mentioned the question about saying that this has been a really promising, good time for promising young players coming through, and yeah, it's probably true. Like at the last few years, has been the best it's ever been in terms of young players coming through. So in that facet, I think the A-League has been doing very well, developing young players. It's been great. And you look at the stats, I think of like players under the age of 23. So we'll see, have a corner that's dealt with well by Macarthur. Bulls coming on the counter-attack here too. Young players are coming through here in the A-League. And look, yeah, but obviously in some facets, it has gone downhill since then. You think of some of the attendance numbers that were maybe a little bit stronger back then in the early 2010s. So that's where maybe it's fallen down a little bit. Maybe some of the membership numbers as well. Rafael Rodriguez, great chance. What a save. Matt Miller should have made it 2. And somehow it remains 1-0. What a chance. What a chance. Great save, dude. Oh, my gosh. Great play, too, by the Bulls. Borges Rodriguez in behind. Teed it up for Miller. The pass could have been better from Rafael there. I mean, maybe just a bit behind Miller. Could have played it a bit more ahead of him. Did have a defender in his road, to be fair, I guess. But what a save by the CEBU FC goalkeeper, who has been called into action a number of times already in this first half, which only has a couple minutes to go. Incredibly, Macarthur only lead 1-0. Should have been more. Should have been more. Should be up 3-4-0 at this stage, Macarthur, but they have been wasting their opportunities in front of goal. Reduced on marquee players. Yeah, the A-League, going back to that previous discussion. That's true. That's dropped down a little bit, I guess, in terms of the status of marquees. I mean, we brought in Nani last year, which was a big one, but this year, not really any major marquees brought in. So, yeah. Nama asks, who do you think is the worst ever A-League squad? I think the Perth Glory squad from a couple of years ago was, really not great. They weren't great. And to be fair, look, I'll say it myself. The Central Coast Mariners in like the mid-2010s, I think we had one of the lowest point tallies in A-League history. Can't remember the exact season it was, but it was in the mid-2010s. Again, the Bulls close to breaking through. Again, it goes out of play. Getting close, aren't I remember that. I remember that, Cody. Yeah, I remember making a video on that when that rumor was around, which was like a year or two ago. Was it 2 years ago? I think, wasn't it? Macarthur were rumored with Cesc Fabregas. That would have been great. Frenzied Rabbit in regards to the A-League says, I think when we get to 16 teams, there will be a resurgence. Yeah, I think adding more teams is exactly what we need to do. More teams, more fans, more cities, more places to get involved in the competition, more rivalries. It's all good. I think adding more teams is good. And 16 feels like a good number. And then, from there, we can play around with it. And then, maybe promotion relegation comes in somewhere in the distant future. Yes. No, yeah, Newcastle Jets haven't had some great squads either, hey? We are into 1 minute about a time here. Got some great questions coming through tonight. This has turned into a bit of a late night A-League discussion, which has been great. So I'm definitely going to get to some of these questions in the halftime break. Let's see what happens in the last minute of the half. CEBU FC, dude, they're coming, man. They're going to score tonight. I can feel it. Quickly taking corner. Breaking down. The pass was just a bit too heavy. But that cross a moment ago was really dangerous. Matt Yerman had to defend it out for a corner. But it looks like the Bulls will hold on to this 1-goal lead at the break. They've been a good overall, Macarthur. They probably have been the better side. Not by much, though. So we'll see the home team really pushing to get a result here from this game. Matt Miller scored a goal just after 3 minutes to put the A-League team in front. They lead 1-0. And currently are top of the group. Let's have a look at the live ladder. There you go. It is 1-1 now in the other game. Phnom Penh Crown, Shan United level, which means Macarthur are well and truly on top of the group as it stands. and will go through to the knockout stage. So let's have a bit of a halftime discussion here because we've got some great questions coming through. Good to see Sam here. Says hello, Lucky. Always nice to see your watch-alongs after a long day. Sam, thanks, man. Great to see you tuning in, and hope you enjoyed your day, Sam. Expansion. Let's talk about it because we love talking about expansion. Everyone loves talking about expansion. It's very exciting. Frenzied says Auckland, Canberra, second team of Queensland. Where should be the fourth? Yes, and I agree with all these three. Obviously, we know Auckland's happening. Canberra will happen. A second Queensland team is what I'd go for next as well. Where should the fourth be? And I think, Alex mentioned it as well, and I'm right with you there, Alex. Another expansion team, Tasmania, feels like the right place to go for that next team. Another state I think is great, and it's a part of the country that is starting to gain more popularity in the sporting scene. We know that the AFL is expanding there in the future. We know that there is a NBL team there, a basketball team there, and a Big Bash team there as well. So it'd be great for the A-League to jump in Tasmania as well. Obviously, there's issues there with stadiums. We'd love to have like an actual proper rectangular stadium in Tasmania to play out of. We do know that Western United have played a lot of games out of Tasmania in recent years, and they've been playing at those AFL grounds, which isn't ideal. But it'd be cool to see. Cody, thanks for mentioning that there as well. Actually, yeah, I've just seen it on my end too. Shan United are in front, which would be a big upset. Shan United before tonight had only scored one goal in this whole tournament. They're up 2-1 against Phnom Penh Crown. 2-1, which is a pretty dramatic story, but probably won't affect things too much in regards to who goes through. But it's probably a pretty dramatic result, you guys. They've just shown the shot stats on the broadcast for this game as well. Bulls with 69% possession and 7 shots, 4 on target. CEBU with 5 shots and 2 on target, so they haven't been too far behind the home team. Okay. Gold Coast United, would love to see Gold Coast back in the A-League. Have a little derby there with Brisbane, that could be cool. Yes, I do remember that. It's when City signed David Villa, and he was only here for like a few games, wasn't he? Scored a goal, I think. Just the one. Against Sydney FC, I think. Oh, boy. Frenzy says also the Queensland has stopped the Olympic Gabba redevelopment. Maybe more spends on boutique football facilities. We only hope so, hey. We only hope so. It's a conversation that gets brought up a lot, especially in regards to Brisbane. I know a lot of people talk about Perry Park up there in Brisbane as a potential stadium to be redeveloped into a really nice boutique football stadium. Suncorp is just too big at the moment, Like Brisbane are all back there, and it's great. It's closer to the city, Suncorp Stadium, but it's just too big for them right now. Even watching games on TV, it looks a bit too empty. So more of like a 20,000 seater stadium might be the go for Brisbane. All right. Was Heskey the worst marquee player? How did Emil Heskey go, man? It was ages ago. It was a decade ago, wasn't he? He was okay. He was all right. He definitely wasn't the worst because probably the worst you get to say was Daniel Sturridge. Yeah, I don't think anyone will take that away from Daniel Sturridge. Unfortunately, it's still a massive shame that Daniel Sturridge didn't work out. But Sturridge, not great. Troy in the expansion debate says that Ipswich would be would also be cool. Big sports community. I lived there for 3 years, and soccer would be great there. Frenzy says Suncorp is way too big, but the Den still sounds great. Yes, that is true. That is true. Sam with a question regarding the AFC Cup and how it works. And fair enough that you got questions, man. It is confusing, especially when you get to the knockout stages. Not too sure as to how it works, but how does the second best placed teams work? To qualify for the knockouts, I'm not sure if it's just a Champions League thing or if it's an AFC Cup as well. Yes, it is for the AFC Cup as well. And the bottom line is, even if Macarthur lose tonight, so I'll pull up the ladder here, the live ladder from Google. Even if Macarthur lose tonight, they probably still would go through. So it's there's a Wikipedia page that summed it up pretty well. If you want to look that up as well, but it's basically the top-ranked team from groups F, G, and H. The top second-ranked team. It's confusing when I explain it with words, but if you read the words, it makes more sense. Trust me. So if you do some research, it does make more sense. The top-ranked second-place team goes through, which at the moment is Phnom Penh Crown, who are on 12 points and A+ with goal difference. But even if Bulls were to lose, they probably still would go through, unless they were to lose like 12-0 or something, which isn't happening. So it is confusing. It is confusing, yeah. I'm more asking about Melbourne City perspective as they bottled it last night. Yes, and of course we were live for that one, and they did bottle it at the very end. And unfortunately, City are out. It is final, so the final fixtures have been played there in the Asian Champions League, and City are out. They cannot get through. They are not in those top-ranked second-place teams, unfortunately. Hey guys, I'm going to go top up my water here. I'll be back in just a second. Feel free to drop more questions in the chat. We're also going to play halftime griddle in just a second. I'll be back in just a moment. Cheers, guys. Late night AFC Cup action. Late night here in the East Coast of Australia released. It is about to tick past midnight. Thanks, guys, for joining me for this one tonight. Macarthur lead 1-0 at the break. Goal scored by Matty Miller. Great question. Hey, we love the non-football related questions when they do come through. In your opinion, is cereal a soup? No. Cereal's not a soup. What a ridiculous question. No, there's no such thing as a ridiculous question. But no, I would say cereal is a soup. Choices is a cold soup. I mean, yeah, is soup by definition hot? I don't know, man. Hey, let's play halftime griddle. For those that don't know, griddle is an A-League puzzle game, which is a lot of fun. You get to guess the players, and we're on good form. This week, of course, we've been doing our live watch-alongs for the last couple of nights. Tuesday night for the Melbourne City game. Last night for the Mariners game. Tonight, can we make it 3 out of 3? Get 100% griddle. And check it out. Mariners, victory. Jets are there. And then, okay, the stats are interesting. 10+ goals. Okay, that's relatively easy. Dude, I hate this one. The 35+ years old on debut is always a tricky one. And then looking for players who have started. My brain, I don't know what it is, always get confused whether that means less than or more than. I think that means less than. Yeah, that means less than, right? Less than 30 games. Okay. I'm going to quickly answer this question here from Sam because it's a good one. Who would you say was the worst? Who was the most shocking marquee signing in the league? The most shocking? Who was the most shocking marquee signing? I was surprised that we got Nanny. Yeah, I was surprised that we got Nanny. Thank you, Sam. Yes, that does mean less. Thank you for clarifying. Okay, let's jump into it. Come on, brain. Let's do it. Goodness me. Okay, 35 plus years old debut and also scored 10 goals. So that's going to be a tricky one. Less than 30 games and scored 10 goals. Now that's going to be a tricky one as well. 35 plus years old on debut for Mariners. I can answer that one because surely Luis Garcia, there you go, was 37. 35 plus years old on debut. Like they all go out of my brain when I try to think of them. Hey, for Melbourne Victory, I don't think they would have had many players who are that old when they came in on debut. I mean, we were just talking about him. Easy. Nani saves the day. Good start, but a long way to go here. 35 plus years old on debut. 10 goals. We're going to think of some of the marquees here. Some of the marquee players. I mean, Emil Heskey. I don't know if he scored 10 goals. Was Shinji Ono over the age of 35? I don't think so. He recently retired, Shinji Ono. Del Piero, maybe. Alessandro Del Piero. I'm just thinking of those marquee players from those early 2010s. I think Del Piero is a fair shout here. I think he scored more than 10 goals. Oh, cool. 24 goals. That's all right. Not bad. Right. Great. That's a great start, dude. I'm happy with that. That's always a tricky one. Okay, now we're going to look for players who have played less than 30 games started. Less than 30 games started for Melbourne Victory. So that would include 0 games, right? So for Melbourne Victory, we could go less than 30 games start. There's probably heaps we could go for, like Matt Acton. Matt Acton surely hasn't started more than 30. Oh, what? 37? Oh my gosh. Matt Acton has been like the backup goalkeeper at Victory for a while. I know he started a fair few games. 37. Goodness me. I was going to go Noah Smith as well. He's one I could have gone for. But I thought surely Matt Acton wouldn't have played more than 30. Okay. We miss. But we soldier on. Let's see if we can get 8 out of 9 here as the teams return to the pitch. So we got to hurry it up. To a player who has played less than 30 games for Central Coast Mariners. Again, probably a billion we could go for here. Anyone, Angel Torres. New signing, easy. He's only started 6 games this season. 30 less play. Oh, okay. So this is the tricky one. Bottom right. The Jets row will be easy. Bottom right, less than 30 games and has scored 10 plus goals. Oh god. Dude, I've got no idea, dude. That's tricky. That's a great strike rate too, as well, to score over 10 goals in less than 30 games. Pretty good, eh? In less than 30 games. Jason Cummings surely has started more than 30 games. Even though he was only at the Mariners for a year and a half. So surely Cummings can't be in that vicinity. I mean, did Emil Heskey score more than 10 goals? I don't know, dude. Let's just quickly fill out the Jets column. Player who has played for both Newcastle Jets and Melbourne Victory. So Josh Brillante. Players played for both Mariners and Jets. Jair. And then player who scored more than 10 goals for the Jets. We're going to go Adam Taggart. 18 goals. Adam Taggart coming up against his former side this weekend in the A-League. Second half is about to kick off, by the way, in this game. Macarthur FC, CEBU FC. Final one here. Can't think of anyone. We're going to throw in Emil Heskey. Don't think it's right. Oh my gosh, it was actually quite close. He did score 10 goals, but started 36 games. So that was closer than I thought. But that was a bit of a throwaway guess at the very end there. Good timing because the second half has just kicked off. Macarthur FC lead 1-0. And are currently top of Group F and will go through to the knockout stage. Not too surprising. They were expected to get through from this last group stage game to the knockout rounds. Hey, let's see if they can put in a bit of a better performance in the second half because they were missing some pretty clear-cut chances in that first half, Macarthur. It really should be up by a few at this stage. But still, it's just 1-0 and CEBU FC keen to get a result here in this game. I was intentionally trying to not read some of your answers here for these players I was missing. Oriol Riera, yeah, that's a great shout. Mitch Derbyshire, that would have been a great one for the less than. I'll go back later and check the answers. Mitch Derbyshire, yeah, for a player who scored more than 10 goals in less than 30 games. Definitely would have played less than 30 games, and because he was only there for one season. Meanwhile, Borges Rodriguez, I just missed that a second ago. Had a great shot saved. Bright start here for the Bulls. Trying to get him behind. Jakey Holman breaks down. Sam mentioned Nani, Garcia, Heskey, Naboot, Ben Kennedy, Dimi, and Arzani, Gankawal, and Nestri. Very nice. Nestri and Kunda. Yeah, that's a great shout as well for less than 30 starts and 10 goals. Actually, yeah, he scored more than 10 goals now, isn't he? Surely. At Garcia straight away. Yeah, that's my go-to one. I can't think of many other players who made their debut over the age of 35 for Mariners. Luis Garcia is the one I go for. Thanks for that, Cody, as well. Had 14 goals and 26 starts, which is a great record. It's really good. First season in the league. It's all right, eh? So, by the looks of things, no changes at the break for the Bulls, who was still playing this sort of 4-4-2 sort of shape. Here is Danny De Silva, who was heavily involved in that first half, feeding Borges Rodriguez. Cross is terrible, and it breaks down pretty quickly. Macarthur FC being put under pressure now. Here comes CEBU. Dynamic Herb, CEBU FC. Nice play. They've still got it on its left wick. And Bulls have got players back here to try and hold on to this clean sheet. Dangerous delivery. Headed away by Yerman. Matt Yerman. Don't know for sure, but I'm sure he would have featured in the Asian Champions League campaigns for Brisbane Roar back in the day. I'd imagine he was playing for them around that time. Oh, a shot comes in, and it's a great chance, and what a miss! CEBU FC, well, really should have equalised there. What a chance. What a chance. The long-range shot, first of all, was fantastic. What an effort on the volley. Curto, diving save. And the follow-up is blazed over the bar. Incredible. Incredible. What a chance. This game really should have a lot more goals. Somehow it's only 1-0. That is an incredible miss. Goodness me. So, Bulls off the hook. They still have this clean sheet. But they really have to stay switched on here. In the middle, Bacchus. Competitive stuff. He gets the free kick to Keanu Bacchus. Warring signs, says Cody. It is. It is warring signs for Bulls at the back, man. They're been caught out on a couple occasions of Philip Curto. That's the third or fourth save he's had to make so far this match. He's been busy. $50 minutes played. And this is an even contest as it stands. The Bulls have the advantage on the scoreboard, but with the way it's being played, both teams are creating great opportunities. Jermaine whipping it in. Borges Rodriguez with a bit of an acrobatic effort. Pretty comfortably saved by the home team's keeper. Do you think Gareth Kowal will be chosen for Australia at the Asian Cup? Probably not. I don't think so. I mean, maybe it'd be great to see. We love Gareth Kowal. But I'm not sure if his current form would get him selected above some of the other options there. Hey. Sam says, I swear majority of Macarthur FC's AFC games have been away. Fair play to them for doing it and still coming first on the ladder and remain undefeated. Yeah, it's been an incredible season so far. But yeah, their most recent game was meant to be at home, but had to play it away in Thailand against Shan United. There's something going on here. Matt Yeoman's having a bit of a conversation with the referee. He's not happy with something, maybe some of the treatment he's receiving. As Bulls prepared to take this corner. Jakey Holman's delivery is high. And on the follow-up, Bacchus, had power on it. Blocked. Struggling to clear it. CEBU FC finally get out on the left-hand side. Another effort. Coming close. Macarthur. Would love to keep up this great run of form that they have been on of late. Across the AFC Cup and A-League, which is, let's think, 6 plus 7. That's 13 games. Just one loss across their last 13 games. Great run. Great run. That one loss came in the AFC Cup, of course. $53 minutes played now. That's where my broadcast is up to for this one. Of course, if you're just tuning in, you can watch it on 10 Play if you're in Australia. Corner here for CEBU FC. Oh, great question. What Socceroos squad was better? The Socceroos 2006 World Cup squad or the 2015 Asian Cup winning squad? What squad was better? Probably going to go the Socceroos 2006 one, the 2006 World Cup squad. I mean, just like what? Tim Cahill, Harry Kuehl, Mike Viduka, Vince Grella, Kalina, Bresciano, Aloisi, Schwarzer. I mean, these guys are Socceroos legends, you know. Don't get me wrong, the 2015 squad was fantastic. And it was a great feat, you know, to win the tournament. But, yeah, you can't go past that 2006 squad. I know, obviously, the Asian Cup, you know, was a huge achievement. But, yeah, there's some real legends that played in that 2006 squad, hey. Millet says they need to make some 60th minute subs. Yeah, surely we'll see them coming. No worries, Sam. Thanks for tuning in, man. And, yes, indeed, our Monday night round recap. We'll, and I can tell you guys now, the Monday night recap will be taking place at 9 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, and that is because there is a Monday night fixture. Macarthur FC taking on Wellington Phoenix on Monday evening, so we'll be going live straight after that game finishes. Cheers, Sam. Have a good one, man. Ten minutes into this first half, it's been an exciting start to the second period. Might be an injury here for Borja Rodriguez. He's remained on the turf behind the goal line and appears to be in a bit of pain. Hopefully he's all right. So the pressure's being applied here by Macarthur. Looking for goal number 2. Got it in a good area too, hey? De Silva's been busy. Wants that goal. Nice movement. Nicolau. Wins the throw. Bulls starting to really control things in this game now. They're looking good. Ball down the line for Germain. Valerie Germain. Nice pass. Miller, edge of the box. Good shot. A little bit too straight. Easy save for the keeper in the end. They've got plenty of options that they can bring into the game at Macarthur FC. I'm sure we will see plenty of rotation in the second half. Luckily, the next A-League game is on Monday, stretched out till Monday. So I'm sure they'll have a day or two of rest when they get back in Australia. Tomorrow, you'd imagine, they'll fly back. Oh, given away by the keeper again. De Silva's in, surely this time. Danny De Silva's taken it too wide. And incredibly, Danny De Silva again misses a clear-cut opportunity. This is incredible. He's having the worst luck. The guy should have a hat-trick at this stage, and he's missed again. It's incredible. What? Shocking giveaway by the goalkeeper again, too. Just to pass it straight to the opposition. Cody can't believe it. How does he not score there, dude? That's crazy. Cody says get him off. Just no confidence in front of goal. It's incredible. Here's Germain. Great chance. Oh, what a chance. It's missed again. This is bizarre now. Germain wants a corner. I tell you, it didn't look like it got a touch. The replay will be telling. Nice ball through by Miller. And Germain... dude, I think that's a goal kick. I don't think it got a touch. I think it's just rolled across the face of goal there. Wow, 2 golden opportunities for Macarthur in the space of a couple of minutes. Damn, man. If they don't go on to win this game, they're going to look back at those missed opportunities. This is getting ridiculous now. Macarthur have to score here somehow. The chances are simply too good. They should be up 6-0 at this stage, Macarthur. Any other team would be up 6-0. And CEBU FC almost in behind with a long ball. This is crazy. Troy says De Silva is having the worst luck. He is indeed, eh? It's just not working out tonight for De Silva. Here they come again down the left. Borges Rodriguez goes down. Referee's not interested. Incredible. Well, the Bulls are adamant that that should have been a penalty. Replay will be interesting. Rafael Borges Rodriguez used his pace well. Oh, I don't know, man. Reverse angle. Nah. If anything, it's a dive. Bulls are in again anyway. Holman can't get his shot on target. Yeoman? Oh my gosh, what a goal that would have been. Yeoman's just had a pop. Dude, let's look at the stats. Macarthur must have had 70 shots at this stage. They're having a shot like every 20 seconds at this rate. 11 shots, 7 on target. 7 on target for only 1 goal scored. It doesn't matter. Look, there's no desperation. Bulls are pretty comfortably on top of the group. I cannot find the second goal. Hey, Ronan, good to see you here, man. The game for me is just literally just ticked past the hour mark. 60 minutes into this match. Macarthur FC, other subs going to come. Other goals going to come. They've got 1, but should have had another 7. Rafael Borges Rodriguez has been very productive this half. that front four for Macarthur has been very, very busy. Miller scoring earlier on. Germain's been involved. De Silva has been running all over the park. He's been doing a lot of running. His finishing has just been completely atrocious, you have to say. And that's not just my opinion, but I think a fact. Daniel De Silva is a fantastic player, and he will know he himself that he should have a couple of goals tonight. Quite incredible. He's been literally has been passed the ball by the opposition goalkeeper and still has failed to score. Now, free kick. Literally finds no one. Macarthur still in a great area of the pitch. Pretty blatant foul committed by Matt Newman there. You are correct, Ronan, who says Miller's been having a great season, in my opinion. Yep. Matty Miller, who really is one of Macarthur's best attacking outlets at the moment, who, maybe before was viewed as just a fullback, he has turned into a fantastic goal-scoring attacking player. So it's quite, it's one of the most interesting transformations we've seen in recent memory in the A-League. To see a guy go from just a fullback to, was playing in a wide area, but in a very attacking role as one of those he's playing on a right wing. So 62 minutes played here, still no substitutions for either side, as far as I can recall. CEBU FC playing this sort of defensive 4-4-2 block, which has been tricky for Bulls to break past for the past hour or so now. Has he improved, Matt Yerman? He's a solid defender, but yeah, he is susceptible to the mistakes. And for Macarthur FC, he has made a few appearances so far this season. He has been okay. He has been solid. De Silva with the ball in behind. Miller can't keep that in. Goal kick. Troy asks, are you going to do a mid-season prediction update video like after round 13? That is a good idea. I have thought about doing that, yes. So, yeah, if you guys are keen for something like that could be fun to do. Because I'll tell you what, right now, my predictions are going to look a lot different to my initial pre-season predictions, hey? Yeah. Sorry, Ronan, just missed your commenters there as well. And, right on the money there, Ronan. He was a fullback not too long ago. And now being deployed as a winger, full-time attacker. Danger Silva. Borges Rodriguez. Once again, will this move prove fruitful? Man. Miller was there, but great defensive intervention. CEBU FC, credit to them, dude, for holding on to just keeping Macarthur just at one goal for now an hour of football. And now finally we get those changes. We're waiting for these changes. And two fantastic players, young players to bring on here, Jed Drew and Ali Oglar, who have pace for days and capable of scoring a goal. So Matt Miller, the goal scorer, is leaving the field. He will be replaced, and as will Rafael Borges Rodriguez. So it's the two wide players. Straight swaps here. Ali Oglar, very exciting young player who scored a great goal earlier on in this AFC Cup tournament. Jed Drew as well. Again, a fantastic young option on the wide areas of the pitch. So expect them to cause plenty of havoc down the wings. Decent game in the end for both Borges Rodriguez and Matt Miller. Matt Miller scoring tonight. Borges Rodriguez was lively down that left flank as well. But now fresh legs onto the wings for the Bulls. Ready to create some more chances. I'm trying to find this second goal just to give them just the buffer, man. It was a similar situation for the Mariners last night. They found that goal in the first half, and it took a while to hit that second goal, and a bit of frustration until you find that second goal. Hey? So Macarthur really dictating the pace of this game. They've had a great chunk of possession. They haven't quite converted it to goals. Their domination, the goals is all that's missing now. Can they add to their lead? Almost getting behind again here. Great chance. Oglar. Great chance here again. Drew, and there it is. Finally. Finally, number 2 for Macarthur. They've got it. It's Jed Drew who makes an instant impact. Could have been anyone. They had 3 or 4 shots there. Jed Drew puts it home. Great finish. Macarthur 2-0. They are set to top the group. Brilliant work. And there you go. The 2 wide players who came on there. Oglar off that right. Jed Drew off the left-hand side. Decent finish. Had the space in the box. Did well with the finish too. Kept it low to the wing. Sorry, to the wing. To the down to the side of the goal. Ronan says, nice to see Raphael getting time after virtually no time at City. Yeah, he was barely got a look in at Melbourne City. And I guess it was fair. I mean, like, it was just tough for him because he's playing behind players who were just, such good quality at Melbourne City. Like Lecky, Naboot, and Tilio, these guys who, hard to break past those guys. Here comes Ali Oglar. Oh my gosh. Great chance again. The cross just wasn't great. Cody loves it. Jetty Drew scoring number 2 here tonight for the Bulls. Here comes to Silva. Can't get on the end of that move, but Bulls are looking hungry now, man. We've got 67 minutes that have been played, and it's now finally 2-0. It should really well be more. That's right, say. Yes, Macarthur FC will secure their place in those zonal semi-finals. Here comes to Silva. Jaman, great chance. Whoa, how has he missed? That's incredible, dude. Jaman as well. Sure, I mean, how did he not hit the target? He was virtually under no pressure in the box there. He had players in front of him, I think, but how has he not hit the target there? Valorant Jaman. And this guy has played at the top level in France for a long time, and you'd expect him to bury an opportunity like that. He's wearing the captain's armband tonight for the Bulls, Valorant Jaman. That's right. Yeah, it is quite complex. I was doing some research about it today, and it can be quite confusing. But the way I decipher it, that's how it works. Yeah. So the winner of the 2 zone semi-finalists play each other in the zone final, if you like, and then they go through to the interzone playoff matches. So as far as I'm aware, I reckon like there's a chance Mariners and Macarthur could play each other. I could be wrong, but because obviously they were in the same zone. So there's a few other teams. There's a team from Malaysia that could be involved as well. But yeah, we shall see. Those knockout matches for Mariners and Macarthur FC will take place in February next year. So there's a bit of a wait for the teams before they get to return to AFC Cup action. Having a look at the scoreline from the other game, that still remains 2-1 to Shan United, which is a big result for them. Shan United have been quite disappointing in this AFC Cup campaign, just scoring 3 goals now, but before tonight they'd only scored 1 goal all tournament. Lead Phnom Penh Crown 2-1, which is a big upset. So 70 minutes have been played. That's 20 to go. We are coming to the final stages of this game. Appreciate you guys tuning in. It's a late one here on the east coast of Australia. We are past midnight here, and Macarthur FC close, very, very close now to topping the group. And joining Central Coast Mariners in the knockout phase. Both these two teams, the two A-League teams as well, Central Coast Mariners, Macarthur FC, they'll have big aspirations to, after, pretty much cruising through the group stages, they'll be hoping to have a good run through the knockout phase and really go deep in this tournament, which they could do. And it really is an unknown because obviously it's the first time that the Australian teams are featuring in the AFC Cup, but it's quite clear that they've been just a level ahead of the teams that they've come up against. Macarthur FC, that second goal, by the way, has now made them the highest scoring team in the tournament, now ahead of Mariners. That was Macarthur's 22nd goal of the tournament. That's 22 goals in 6 games, which is a great record. They've been very prolific in front of the target. Macarthur FC, another double change awaits. It's Charles Mombwa who's coming on. Weber, another option as well. Another youngster. Germain is coming off. Valerie Germain just not able to find that goal, unfortunately, for him. He's had so many chances tonight. So many chances. And Jake Holman is coming off as well. So Mombwa will replace him in midfield also. Valerie Germain will be disappointed with his performance tonight. I shouldn't say that. I mean, overall, he's been good. Look, he's been heavily involved in the build-up as well, but the fact that he hasn't scored a goal, he'll be disappointed with that aspect of it, of course. Could have had really a hat-trick tonight. Valerie Germain as well. Well, you could say it about a few players tonight for Macarthur. They really should have more goals. It's incredibly remains 2-0 at this stage. But I tell you what, I think we could expect maybe 1 or 2 more before the night is over. Macarthur have been attacking with a bit more aggression, a bit more drive in this half. Great to see Weber get some game time here as well. It's been limited for the youngster. They've got a good number of young players coming through at Macarthur who are really jostling for game time, and Weber is one of those. But when we think that the Bulls have also now brought in Ali Ogla, Jed Drew, these players who, these attacking players specifically, they do seem to have a lot of good young attacking players. Borges Rodriguez started tonight, man. Plenty of options, eh? Choices, can't wait for our New Year's Eve game. Always good fun. Yeah, man. Always great to have the Mariners, the traditional New Year's Eve fixture, which is always great. No worries, Namar. Catch you on Monday, if that's right, for the A-League round recap. Make sure to join us for that one if you can. Monday night, it'll be 9 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, straight after the Macarthur-Wellington game finishes off. Here's our live lineup here. So Ali Ogla moves into a more attacking role through the middle. Weber will look to play off that right-hand side. Tommy Uscock finds Weber on that right. You can see Macarthur. They almost, that second goal has almost kick-started them to want to go for more now. They're really committing numbers forward. 15 minutes to go now. The second half has flown by pretty quickly, hasn't it? CEBU FC haven't really had a chance for a little while now. They had some great chances still, even at the start of this half. And they have tested Philip Koto on a number of occasions tonight. But Macarthur FC just showing their class now. Definitely have been the better team across the 75-plus minutes at this stage. Monbois, forward for De Silva. Nicely done. De Silva does well to find Weber. Here come the Bulls down the right. Cross on the floor. Oh, high boot, you got to say there. Will be a goal kick anyway. "76 minutes. Still the 2-goal lead. Even though Macarthur, of course, will top the group, the main takeaway and storyline from this game will be the fact that how did Macarthur FC not score more with the incredible chances that they have had. We, as I was saying before, Valerie Germain could have had a few. Danny De Silva really should have a hat-trick. The substitutes have had to come on and find the second goal. Ali Oglar scoring the second. Sorry, Jed Drew. Jed Drew, who scored that second goal. Matt Miller scoring the first in the first half. And yeah, Troy sums it up. You're right, man. Should be 17-0 with the chances that they've had. This game should be put well to bed. And here we go. Another change. And this will be the final change for the evening. And Danny De Silva has worked hard, but does not have the goal. He is coming from the pitch. And Jerry Skitadis will come on to replace him. Skitadis, great option. Good, hard-working midfielder. So he'll come on just to see out this last 12 minutes or so. About time he's off, says Cody. Struggling for a goal. To be fair, he is, I guess, gradually returning to full game fitness. But that was a good innings for Danny De Silva. 77 minutes. Here's your updated lineup. Cheers, Skitadis on behind Macarthur. Oglar can't keep that in. So Jerry Skitadis, more of a central midfield player. Will play higher at the park, but expect him to drop a bit deeper to help out that midfield when needed. Dynamic Herb CEBU set to be knocked out of the competition. They'll finish third in the group. They had no chance of catching the top two. Phnom Penh Crown and Macarthur FC have pretty comfortably been the two best teams in the group. But Phnom Penh Crown, unfortunately for them, looks set to fall to defeat in the final group stage game to Shan United. It's still 2-1 to Shan United in that other game, which is being played, of course, at the same time as this one. Oh, Weber on the right. Goes backward. Possession stats must be really racking up here for the Bulls. They've had so much of the ball. Troy says, apparently Ulskog played for us, but I don't remember him playing for us. Yes, it was a long time ago. Let me do a quick little Google here on my end. And from memory, he didn't play many games. But yes, it's a very distant memory for me. But if I have a quick little Google, he did play 6 games for the Mariners in the 2015-16 season. Yeah, so he wasn't a notable player for the Mariners or anything at the time, but yeah, a brief stint at the Mariners. Tommy Ulskog, of course, also spent time with Western United, made 33 appearances there. Also spent time in the NPL New South Wales. Now, you're probably going to say a pretty key cog in defence for Macarthur. Good defender. I do think Tommy Ulskog is a solid defender. Very tall, very strong. And he's been good tonight. He's actually got forward on a couple of occasions, trying to get the attack going. So, Macarthur in the final 10 minutes now is goal number 3 in their future. Really comfortable now, the Bulls. You can see dynamic upset, but just the way they're sitting back, allowing the Bulls to play, allowing them possession. Troy says he has definitely grown into that role. Solid defender nowadays. Tommy Uscock, indeed. CEBU have just had one of their defenders go down with probably what appears to be cramp. Maybe that's going to an element that's maybe playing into it a little bit as well. Maybe if the fitness factor. Maybe these Australian clubs, maybe just their fitness, maybe a little bit at a higher level, perhaps. We do know these A-League teams work really, really hard. There's a long pre-season leading up to this AFC Cup and A-League season. Even impressive to see. I mean, if we look at this lineup, I mean, someone like Keanu Bacchus who's still on the pitch, who has been so crucial for Macarthur this season. Yerman, Tom Uscock, even Yanni Nicolau, who's played just about every game at right back for the Bulls this season. I mean, these guys still on the pitch. 82 minutes in, all the way over in the Philippines, where they're playing this game tonight. And I'm sure they'll be ready to back up in a few days' time as they're taking Wellington Phoenix at home on Monday. Excited to announce we will be doing a live watch-along on Saturday evening. Sydney FC Melbourne Victory. It's a big blue. So join us on Saturday night for that one. A much more respectable time, local time here in Australia. 7:45 p.m. kickoff, so make sure to come hang out with us on the YouTube watch-along on Saturday evening. We're also going to be live on Monday night for the round recap, which is always a lot of fun. We get to discuss all of the A-League action. And that'll take place straight after that last A-League game wraps up on Monday night. So 9 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. So a couple streams coming up over the next few days as well. But it's been a fun last few days, man. Melbourne City, plenty of drama in that watch along on Tuesday night. The late equaliser, which has essentially knocked them out of the Asian Champions League. Macarthur, here's a chance for Weber. Can't get the shot away. Good long cross in. I think it was from Drew. Weber does well to retain it and wins his side a corner. Well done. We're also live last night. Central Coast Mariners watching. Always great to do a watch along for my team, Mariners. Mariners picking up the 3-0 win against Stallion Laguna to top group in the AFC Cup Group G. And now Macarthur FC, who are going to also join Mariners through to the knockout stage. Ronan asks, how do you reckon the Christmas derby will play out? I assume you're asking about the Melbourne derby played just a couple of days before Christmas. Should be a great game. And at this stage, you got to say Victory will be favourites. I think they'll be favourites to win that game. They've just been playing much better to start the season, haven't they? Troy with a random question. Love the random questions. Worst signing we've made for me is Corey Gamero. He got injured and never played. I mean, yeah, that's probably a fair shout. Definitely. You're spot on there. He was a guy I remember, like, I was really keen to see play. He had played at Sydney FC previously as well, and a guy who showed a bit of promise, and just never got fit. Hey, so that's probably one. Yeah. So again, some issues here with cramp with one of it's the captain, in fact, of CEBU FC. Pretty quick to bring on the stretcher here too. Referee wants to get this game on and over with. We've only got 5 minutes to go. They are preparing a change as well. They haven't really made many changes, have they? CEBU FC. I can't recall many changes, at least. Might have missed some. They're getting him stretched off, though, even though, I mean, it must be pretty bad. It appeared to just be some cramp in the legs. Hopefully he's all right. So Macarthur FC, they've made all their 5 changes. Fresh legs are on to see out this win. CEBU FC, for like the last half an hour or so, just haven't really had anything going forward. Again, they showed some good signs in that first half. Even started the second half. They tested Philip Koto a couple of occasions. But since then, it's been all Macarthur. The Australian side have shown their quality and class throughout this fixture. Should have had more goals. Look, they'll be disappointed with that, Macarthur. But hey, 2-0 away from home. Can't complain, right? Can't complain. And the fantastic form for the Bulls continues. This is now 13 games across the AFC Cup and A-League men competition. Only 1 loss across those last 13 games. Macarthur FC are flying around right now, you get to say. Top of the A-League, top of their AFC Cup group. Showing that they've got great squad depth as well. They've got players who are coming off the bench and fulfilling their roles. Jed Drew scoring within minutes of coming off the bench tonight. Can't imagine we'd have too much injury time as well, aside from that injury to the CEBU FC captain a moment ago. There hasn't really been any other pauses in play. As we play into the 88th minute now. Hey, Valhoon, how's it going, man? Tuning in to join us for the last few minutes here. But good to see you here, man, nonetheless. Guitardus, left-hand side. Isaac Hovar's there. Macarthur, pretty comfortable in possession now. And they've just shown the shot stats on the broadcast, and that sums up now. 7 shots for Dynamic Herb CEBU. They haven't had the chances, but it's 20 for the Bulls. And that goes to show that they really should have had more, 20 shots, and a lot of those have been on target. They have been the better team, deserve to have win to pick up 3 points tonight. Still not over. Where's goal number 3? Here's Jed Drew in behind. Great chance. Cut back. Doesn't work out. Mombois wins it back, but commits the foul. Just got home from work. Late one, Valhoon. Hope you enjoyed your day, man. You're joining us as we come to the end of this AFC Cup fixture. Macarthur FC 2, CEBU FC 0. We're into the final minute of regulation time. I'm going to predict 3 minutes of injury time. Shouldn't have too much. Really hasn't been many stoppages at all, if any. Of course, we love to support our Australian teams in these competitions. Great to see them doing well. Macarthur FC, it's been a great group stage for them. Who knows how far they can go in the knockout phase come February. CEBU FC, here they come on the counter-attack. Could they create one last opportunity perhaps for them? The cross isn't great, and Bulls should be able to deal with this one. Field has opened up now. Bulls can go on a counter-attack of their own. Goal number 3, surely. Let's finish it off. Goal number 3, come on. 4 minutes of injury time. We'll take it. And then we can all go to bed before a big round of A-League men action coming up. 2 Friday night fixtures, Western United, Brisbane Roars, the Aloisi Derby. Great game following that one, Wanderers Adelaide. Always a high-scoring affair. Saturday, 2 games on Saturday. Jets host Perth Glory. And then you can join us for the live watch-along on Saturday night, primetime kickoff. Sydney FC, Melbourne Victory should be a great game. Sunday, it's a grand final rematch. Melbourne City will take on Central Coast Mariners. Great chance here for the Bulls. Orglar brings it down. Can he find support? It arrives in the form of Skatardis, who gets caught under his feet. Monday night fixture as well to round out the weekend. Round 8 in the A-League men. Macarthur FC hosting Wellington Phoenix. That's first versus third. That should be a great game. G'day, Average. How's it going? Says, I'm really surprised. Yeah, dude, absolutely. Macarthur should have more goals. They have had so many chances. De Silva should have had a few. Germain should have had a few. Just the 2 tonight. Same time zone, my friend. It is indeed, yeah. 12:48. It is just ticked past now. So it's a late one here for us on the east coast of Australia. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Here is Weber in behind. Flag has stayed down. Weber to cut it back to no one. Clearance. Skatardis is there. Ogler hits it. That's sailed wide. And he slaps the turf in frustration. Ali Ogler wants that goal. Scored earlier on in the group stage. A great goal too. I think it was in the first group stage game. Fantastic goal. Which feels like a long time ago now. Back in September, wasn't it, when this group stage started? Or early October, I think it might have been as well. Late September, early October, when the group stage started. And almost at Christmas time, we're into the final 2 minutes here of the game. Injury time, 4 minutes total. CEBU FC just finding a bit more space up the pitch, and offside flag is raised. Macarthur 2-0. Solid win in the end. Again, should have been more, but they will take it. And in the other game tonight, I mean, it's quite an upset result when you look at it. Shan United currently leading Phnom Penh Crown 2-1, which is incredible considering that Shan United before tonight had only scored 1 goal in 5 games in the AFC Cup group stage against the Phnom Penh Crown side, who are looking pretty good. And here's Ali Ogla in behind. What a chance. Surely there's number 3. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Ali Ogla has secured knockout football for the Bulls. Has the flag gone up? Oh, no, no flag. I thought there was a bit of frustration there for a second from Ali Ogla. But the goal does stand 3-0. Shot was initially saved. Made no mistake with a follow-up. Average loves it. 3-0 indeed. Bulls get the job done away from home. That's 3. That is 3. And Ali Ogla, another one of those substitutes coming on, scoring tonight. Matt Miller scored the first. Jed Drew with the second off the bench. Ali Ogla finishing it off very, very nicely. Troy, sorry, I just missed your comment a moment ago, but thanks for the comment, Troy. Says this has been a very chill and fun watch along. As always, look forward to the next one. Cheers, Troy. And yes, because there's been less pressure in this one. You know, Macarthur, we knew they were probably getting through from this match, and they have secured top place now in the group with this very lovely 3-0 win, which they will take home to Australia with them. That's right, Cody. That's right, Silvio. A goal number 3 for Macarthur. And that is full time. The whistle has just blown here in the Philippines. And a solid win in the end for the Bulls. 3-0. Should it have been 13-0? Probably. But hey, they'll take it. They'll take the 3 points because it takes them top of the group. No one has scored more goals in the AFC Cup so far than Macarthur FC. That is now 23 goals in the tournament. Solid performance from the Bulls, who overall deserve the win today. Very, very solid. So, hey, another win for our A-League side. So Melbourne City are out of the Asian Champions League, but the focus now turns to the AFC Cup, where Macarthur FC and Central Coast Mariners will be representing the Australian teams in that tournament. And hopefully we see them go deep into the tournament. Catch us on Saturday night. Live watch along in the A-League. Melbourne Victory, Sydney FC. It's the big one. It's the primetime match. Big Blue. So join us for that one. And then come and hang out on Monday night, 9 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. We're going to be going live for our A-League men's round 8 recap. round 8 recap. So hang out there. We chat about all of the action from the past weekend in A-League men's football. Guys, once again, thanks so much for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much, Ronan, for the very kind donation there. The $2 super chat. Greatly appreciate it. Love the late night streams, Ronan. Thanks for tuning in as always, mate. Great to see you here. And cheers as well, Cody. Good job, says Average. Thanks, man. Greatly appreciate you tuning in here at the end as well. And hey, Valhoon says maybe Macarthur will start getting a home crowd after this. Look, if the form keeps going up, hopefully we see the crowd numbers growing for the Bulls. Guys, enjoy the rest of your nights. My name's Lockie. This is Coach for Football. See you in the next one. Thank you.